Okay, hello, good morning, or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. This is Marino, post chop of my hair. So thank you so many of you who cheered me on yesterday. My intention in sharing this quick video, I'm actually in my lounge. My youngest turns 14 today, so I'm gonna be going upstairs in a minute, but there's really something on my heart that I wanted to speak about. And so my intention here is to share and gift conscious women an opportunity to clear, heal, and integrate the conflict inside so that you can continue to grow, evolve, share the truth of who you are, release any guilt, limitation, confinement, and really feel into your own expansion, your own beauty, and your own truth. So that's my intention. So I want to share with you a little exercise, but before I do, I want to give you a little context to the story. So everything that's going on right now in the world, right? The crisis, AKA what I like to refer to it as, and what we're talking about it here in Elegant Femme is AKA awakening, right? I really feel that at any point in time, but particularly now, there's a calling and an opportunity for us to awaken further, for us to utilize this time as a gift, and again, that's not in any way to dismiss what's going on. So much love and light and healing to everything. And how I live my life and how I'm called to live my life is to look for the gift in everything, right? My firstborn son passed away in my arms in 2002. One of the biggest tragedies of my life, and choosing to find the gift in that. So again, when I say that awakening, when I talk about the gift, I'm not in any way dismissing the challenge, the pain, the heartache. I'm choosing to focus my intention and intention in a way that will really serve. So that's who I'm speaking to. If you want to know more about how to do that, and if you naturally look for that in your life, and yet you're feeling struggle and guilt and conflict inside of that, then this is definitely for you. Okay, so again, with everything that's going on in the world, my deepest calling really always is to support women in stepping into their light and their beauty. And I received a comment, and you know, here's the thing too. We are all, we can't please everybody, ever, right? Mother Teresa, Jesus, Buddha, the Dalai Lama, like whoever you see as a highly spiritually evolved being, people judge and criticize them, right? So we can never please anyone, right? However, and we know we can't please everyone, and we know we can't change other people as well, right? Two really, really important things to look at. That being said, I received a comment that was really negative, and you know, to be really transparent with you, I'm human, right? We're all souls having a human experience, and it was very hurtful. And she told me I should be ashamed of myself for offering my gifts and services. And I think that there's, you know, if you've been feeling this kind of conflict, whether you're a business owner or not, if you've been feeling this conflict of, is it okay for me to feel good when others are feeling bad? Is it okay for me to sell my services, to grow, to expand when other people are not in a position to do so? And we can get stuck in this internal conflict of what's good and what's bad, and what's right and what's wrong, and what's spiritual and what's not, and what's like these black and white constituents that make us feel like, oh my gosh, if I'm on the wrong side of that, then people aren't going to like me. So I believe all of us can relate to that. So the reason that I'm bringing this up is to not so much talk about that viewpoint, or how to or why I think it's so ridiculous, or any of that. That's not my intention. My intention is to actually support those of you that are wanting to grow and know that everything, this is one of the core philosophies inside of Elegant Femme, that nothing is ever wasted and that we can use everything as a gift. So I'm going to walk you through a process that I did for myself that I'm going to invite you to do, not only now, but going forward. You can use it with anything. So I received that comment. Yeah, it was very hurtful. And although I don't, believe in all of that, however, I always look at, okay, what's the gift in here for me? What's coming up inside of me? Why is this hurtful? What is triggering about this for me? What place inside may I now, or have I in the past, bought into any misunderstanding or conflict, right? So anytime you get triggered, anytime you feel an internal conflict inside around whatever your next level is, if it's about money or relationship or body image or anything, right? We teach inside of Elegant Femme all of the femme types. So we really look at that wholeness as a woman. For right now though, just any place where you feel a conflict or you feel a massive resistance or any kind of hurt in your life, you can use this process, okay? So and I'm gonna walk you through what I did, and again, you can use it over any subject area. So when I was receiving her comment, I really looked inside, okay, where have I bought into this? What piece of this is really hurting? And what I was able to isolate are a couple of pairings. And that's what I want you to look for. Right? This is a process I actually teach at a very, very high level inside of, of Elegant Femme. And I want to share a piece of it with you now so that it can serve you. So any kind of pairings that we make inside, and we do this really young to really make sense of the world. Again, this black and white dynamic that I'm talking to you about. Okay, this is good, this is bad. I'm a good girl if I do this. I'm a bad girl if I do this. I'm, and as we grow, I'm spiritual if I do this, or I'm not if I do this. I'm enough if I do this. I'm not enough if I do this. We buy into these constituents, these black and white scenarios, because we feel safe inside of them. And we feel like, okay, if you just tell me the rules, and you tell me who I need to be in order for you to think I'm good, okay, I can make sense of my world. And we start that very, very, very young. And oh my gosh, as a parent, when you grow and you start to realize this and another topic, right? Another topic. So it's really valuable for us as adults, and especially those of us that are committed to a higher level of consciousness and evolution, to look at what pairings, sometimes so subtle, that we've made in the past that are blocking us from our next level. So again, as I was reading this comment and journaling and going through my own process and asking, what's the gift in this for me? How can I clear or heal this? What kind of forgiveness do I need to do externally, internally, all of those kinds of things that I do as a conscious woman, and I'm sure you do them too. This exercise of pairings, where I was able to look at, okay, what pairing might there be inside around this particular subject area that really feels triggering to me? And the way that you isolate the pairing is you see subtly what mistruth or illusion you've been buying into, right? So for example, here, the illusion that spirituality equals being poor, yeah? And that money equals being bad. Okay, those are two of the pairings that I was able to isolate inside when I looked at this situation and this comment and what it triggered inside of me, and the misbelief where I'm like, I don't want that anymore. But first you have to isolate the pairing and the misbelief. So again, in this instance, there's no right or wrong pairing, right? I'm sharing this with you so you can really feel inside, whether you bought into these similar ones or something else. And I'll share some other examples with you, so with the intention that it will open up some stuff. So again, the misunderstanding that spirituality equals being poor and that money equals being bad. Okay, so when you look at these pairings, like, oh my gosh, have I in any way bought into the misunderstanding and illusion? And for sure I have. So I was looking at those pairings and saying, wow, these pairings don't serve me anymore at all. So first isolate the pairing, and then, write it down. This is my FemFlow list, but this is, anyway. So write it down, and then how you can do it, just how I like to do it, because it's important, again, thinking about that you've created these pairings when you were a young girl. So writing it out, not just the awareness in your head, but writing it out. And this is so full of my notes, but I'm gonna do it here and then I'll show you. So if you were to write out the pairing, first you're gonna say, like, spirituality equals being poor in this example, and money equals being bad. Okay, oh my gosh, my pen isn't even fully working, right? So you'd write it out, like, spirituality equals poor. We know this is not true. This is the illusion. So you want to be really clear inside your consciousness that you're saying illusion, right? But you're illusions, but you're isolating the pairing. Then as soon as you've isolated it, I want you to put a cross through the pairing. Spirituality does not equal being poor. Money does not equal being bad. Okay, and then just let that sit with you. If there's any journaling you need to do, if there's any memory that comes up where you bought into that illusion, this is a really good time to really clear that memory. The second step is to just do, I love a what if. The what if inside really opens up our consciousness and also allows us to get out of the black and white and the good or the bad. Once we try to make I'm trying to think of the word that I want to use. Once we try to make a definitive yes or no, black and white, we fall back into prove it to me kind of energy, which is just non-serving in any sense. So I love just putting what if at the top. And then you want to look at your pairing and you want to ask yourself, what if it was the exact opposite of the illusion you bought into, right? So in this instance, the illusion was spirituality equals being poor and money equals being bad. Yeah. So the what if that you would consider for yourself with a new pairing of what if spirituality equals being rich. Now again, there's no right or wrong pairing to do. I'm just looking at the opposite in the way I've set it up. I'll do a couple more for you that have really served my clients. So spirituality equals being rich, and just feel that for a minute. Like feel like, wow, what if? Just what if? Just stay with the what if. What if? It'll open up your consciousness. It'll allow you to feel expansive. It'll also clear any residual like, oh, I don't know, is that okay? How do I feel about that? Second one, what if money is good? Oh. What if money is good? And then spend some time just really feeling into that new pairing and seeing, does that pairing serve me? Would that pairing serve me more fully than the old illusion that spirituality equals being poor? What if spirituality is being rich? And you feel into that. What if money is good? And you just let yourself feel into the possibility of what if that's true? And what if money really is energy? And what if the opportunity for me to create more in the world allows me the opportunity to give back? And what if it's okay for me to be spiritual and rich and have money and be good? Like just feel into that release and expansion, okay? So let's do another one. Say you isolate that you have, let me just think of one real quick. These can be really, really powerful. So I want to do one that's simple, that can give you some space and opening. We have a lot about relationships. So what if, okay, this is a good one. So we teach a lot about boundaries inside of Elegant Femme, and we really assist women in setting boundaries that are clear, that are concise. We call it our central circle, and there's a lot of mistakes that women make around boundaries, and there's certainly a lot of illusion around what a boundary means and what it does. So say, for example, you've bought into the illusion and the misunderstanding that boundaries equal loss. Now, here's the thing about a pairing. A pairing that you've set up when you were younger, it served you in some way, and you have some memory that actually did reflect to you in some way that this could be true. Okay, that's why it gets you so deep, right? So you might be able to say, yeah, well, boundaries, I have lost boundaries, or I have interpreted it that way. That's good. That's when you know you're onto something. Okay, let's say another one might be that this is kind of a complicated one. Take a stand. Maybe this one's better. If I take a stand, if I ask for what I want, I lose love. Okay? All around loss, because boundaries really, the big, massive misunderstanding and illusion around boundaries is if I set boundaries, I'll lose love or lose the person I love, right? That's a major misunderstanding. Major illusion. So say you've isolated that in the past you've bought into the misunderstanding that if I set boundaries, that will mean loss, or that if I ask for what I want, I will lose love. And then just sit with that for a minute. Right? Just, whoa, where have I bought into that misunderstanding? Ooh, that one's deep. I can see how I believed that before, but this is no longer serving you, right? You're clear that this is a block. you would be clear about that if you are calling in the love of your life, or if you were looking for a deeper relationship with your spouse or your partner, or you're finding yourself getting really, really triggered inside of those deep, intimate conversations with your spouse or your partner, okay? And this is just an example. You can do this with anything. You would recognize that this is illusion, cross out, like I said, the equal, boundaries doesn't equal loss, and just sit with that for a minute. And, excuse me, if I ask for what I want, it doesn't mean I'm going to lose love. And just sit with that for a minute, right? Okay, what if that's a possibility? And then step 2 is you going into the what if the exact opposite is true. And you're going to see how this feels for you. You're going to feel inside, one feels contracted and really isolating and really painful and really like a tightness, and the other one is like, well, what if that's expansive? You will grow when you're feeling expansive. You going into the contraction and trying to prove and trying to manipulate yourself to prove to others that you're okay or you're good or you're holy or you're spirit, like that will stunt you. Okay, so that's what this is about. This is about you moving into the next level. So in this example, we just ask, what if? What if boundaries doesn't equal loss? Then what if boundaries equals receiving? Okay, and you can make it equal whatever. You just feel into your own formula. You got to trust yourself here. What if boundaries equals receiving? Okay, what if? What if? What if boundaries equals receiving? Okay, try that on, feel it out. The second one, if I ask for what I want, I will lose love. What if I ask for what I want, I will receive love? Okay, let's try that on. What if I ask, I'm going to write down for what I want, and that equals that I receive love. And then you're going to look for evidence that what if pairing is actually true, that it actually supports you. This is how you shift an old pairing, an illusion that is no longer serving you, into a new pairing, because we will always find what it is we're looking for. Always, always, always. It can feel super scary, and at the same time, it's really, really empowering. So if you isolate this and you start to look for evidence of, if I ask for what I want, I receive love, and you feel that. If I set boundaries, I receive love. That money is actually good. That spirituality means being rich, being abundant, right? You will start to experience more of that truth and that confidence inside. And this is so, so powerful. Inside of this exercise, you are releasing the pairings that aren't serving you, the misunderstandings. And, I believe we all have, as a collective, I think there are some pairings that as a collective are really being brought forward at this particular time to clear. One of them really being that, what money is, and money is good or bad, or how you should act with it, or what you should give or not give. Like, these are really being called up to question. And so and as well as ones about love. How do you show love? How do you experience love? You not self-sacrificing yourself and going into savior mode and, people pleasing and making sure that everybody is okay with you before you allow yourself to take care of yourself, right? These are big ones that I feel at this particular point in time are being brought up to the surface for clearing. So again, my intention is that this serves you, that this supports you. It's a beautiful way to really clear energy that isn't serving you. And as I said earlier, we cannot, and we know we can't control what other people think, what they're going to believe, what they're going to do, but we can really look at how we're affected by it and really take the opportunity to clear and heal and move up in consciousness with it. And this all happens with you being so authentic with who you are, not for others, but for you. And so in that authenticity, I want to share with you that we are doing a brand new program that is called 4 Weeks to Activate Your Authentic Self. I have never done this before. This is brand new. We're bringing it forward right now to really speak to the conversation that's present. As I shared with you, I really feel there are energies being called to the surface to clear. And so for the first time ever, we're doing this. I want to be so really transparent with you about the money, about the investment. Typically, my programs are very, very high end. Thousands and thousands of dollars to work with me to have any kind of one-on-one. That's the model that I chose. We do boutique coaching. We work with women at very exclusive high levels. That's what works for me. And inside of this particular time, when we're looking at pivoting and supporting and gifting and offering and all those kind of beautiful things, I decided to do something really, really special. So for 4 weeks, as I said, 30 days to activate your authentic self. Over 30 days, I'm going to be sharing with you a unique, brand new process of how to activate your authentic self, how to go into the places inside where that most important conversation is taking place for you right now, so that you can utilize this time to grow, to evolve, to deepen, and to be the most beautiful, magnificent you. My intention for everyone that joins this program is for you to know that the only way, talk about pairings, that the only way for you to receive what it is you truly desire is for you to be you. Because there's so much illusion and controversy and tightness about, oh my gosh, I'm not enough. I have to be someone other than who I am to shine my light, or to be wealthy, or to, share my gifts, or to be a good mom. No. My intention for every single woman who joins this program is that you understand that the only way for you to receive everything you want is for you to be you, the real you. The real you. So this is going to stretch you. This is going to challenge you. Over 30 days, you're going to be receiving 2 videos from me a week. Amazing. As well as 1 live Q&A call. Okay, so that's extraordinary. And the investment, as I said, it's thousands of dollars to work with me, and any kind of live one-on-one right now at all is thousands and thousands. This is not going to be thousands. It's not even 1,000. It's not even 500. In fact, we're doing this for only $100 for all 30 days. For all the live support, for all of the videos, right? You're going to have a private membership area in Facebook. You need to be willing to get on Facebook, okay? That's really, really clear. Okay, we're going to be using Facebook as a medium. Again, you're going to get 2 live videos a week. You can read all about it on the next page. You're going to be getting that live Q&A support. Yes, everything will be recorded, and everything's going to be there for you, okay? So feeling into if this is meant for you and if you really want to join us. You need to be a woman who is committed to consciousness. This is not about blame. This is not about victim. This is not about who's right or wrong. It's not about shaming. It's not about any of that. You got to let that go. Okay. It's also not about going into anxiety or fear or overwhelm. You can be fearful at this time and still want to grow as a conscious woman. It's not mutually exclusive, right? It's not one or the other. We get so attached to extremes and over here. No. This is the all. Okay. If you've been feeling fear and anxiety and you want to focus that in a way that's going to really serve you, and you want to utilize this time to move more deeply into your authentic self, if you want to experience the truth of who you are at this particular time, if you want to utilize this time to ignite your gifts, your purpose, your passion, and point it in a direction that's going to be most of service to you uniquely, this is for you. Okay, so I want you to go ahead, click below. You'll see all the information there. Put in your name and email so that we can give you the details for this. And I would love to have you join us if you're a conscious woman who is committed to her next level of evolution and growth. If you love being involved with the conscious community, if you love this level of conversation and you want to utilize it in a way that really serves you at this particular point in time. This is brand new. It's going to be live. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be interactive. It's all going to be beautiful things. Okay, so we're going to really go there together. So I'm inviting you to join me. All right, have a beautiful, beautiful day. As we say inside of Elegant Femme, a beautiful life starts with a beautiful day. So honor yourself today, release the things that aren't serving you, and I'll see you inside.